Oh, we got a lot of things going on over here. We got a lot of green or blue, yellow. We got a lot happening. All right. I like what I see right now. I like what I see. We gonna get to those in just a second because this is a PSA and a special moment, special live, considering the last time I went live. And I see my man Goatworthy drop the song, so you know we gotta react to the goat. We gotta react to the goat. So, you know, ladies and gentlemen, hip-hop crimies and crimettes and the Couch Gang, welcome back to the couch. It's your man Bito with another reaction. So if you know, you know. If you don't, hit the button below. We are live with the vibes today. And with the vibes we got here today is my man, the GOAT, a.k.a. Manny. Because I see he got a real name out here today. He going by the real alias today on that. And I see the message on here. This is what I'm talking about. Like, we can have a difference of opinion, but I can respect the craft and the artistry and what we doing here because it's about how you put your music together too. So my man Manny's got a song. We've all got strong opinions on this. We've all got strong fucking feelings towards a lot of things, and the climate's hot. And with this going into the next video after this one, I'm going to always preach that we need to be together because we are all, no matter what we see and how we view things and how we've depicted how this man spoke, we still have the same end game, which is the better for humanity. And that's the part that I'm always kick. No matter how many times the comments is going to type in there and be like, I'm a racist reactor, even though they missing the fact that I say this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may view things differently just like everybody else do. It just don't align with how people view things, but that's the whole point of opinions, right? So we're getting into this song, my man's song, Manny, the GOAT. And this song is GOAT-worthy, and we going to see the message that he has to deliver on his song with the platform that he has as well. So let's get into it, dog. Big shout out GOAT-worthy. Big shout out GOAT-worthy. Don't forget to like his channel, subscribe to his videos, and, you know, peep this song as well too. Support my man's music. We out of here. I like this beat a lot too.
They assassinated Charlie, that's the martyr on the marquee. Heart bleeds, hard to breathe, but Father still guards me. Dark scenes carved deep, left scars in the concrete. But vengeance is the Lord's, and the carnage don't start me. Reporters rejoice, distorting voice of the victim. Smirking at his corpse, call it hate speech and rhythm. Divisions in disguise, television's new religion. Preaching tolerance with fangs, contradiction is the prism. I wrestle with revenge, demons whisper with the plan. Grip the pistol in my...
Damn, this is hard right now. This beat's hard. And he's talking his truths, and he's talking his opinions right now. And we can all agree that no man deserves to be slain like that. We can all agree with that. Like, if you don't agree with that and you want to celebrate and do all that, then I'm not with that brigade. I'm not with that team. But both can be in the same light where you can disagree with somebody and also not celebrate their demise. And that's where I stand. You know what I'm saying? But GOAT's talking right here. I like what he's talking. I like his approach on this too. We're gonna play it back a little bit though too. I like the silhouette thing he got going on with the visual. I don't know if that's him, that's fire if he set this up like that. But I like that. I like that right now. Shout out GOAT. Stepping up the videography shit.
Visions in disguise, television's new religion. Preaching tolerance with fangs, contradiction is the prism. I wrestle with revenge, demons whisper with the plan. Grip the pistol in my hand, lift the missile, let it land. But scripture says different, leave the vengeance to man, or leave the vengeance to God, and he gon' swift them through the sand. He got what he deserved, that's the serpent in speech. But if hate breeds peace, then what's the purpose you teach?
And when I say I don't agree with that, I don't agree with the he got what he deserved part. I don't agree with that whole part of the discourse where anybody doing that for any side or anybody going sick like that. I don't support that.
That's the serpent in speech. But if hate breeds peace, then what's the purpose you teach? You curse him in his death while the hearse at the streets. That hypocrisy is loud, every word is deceit. That's somebody's son.
back. That was a little bar real quick. Let me play that back. That was a little layer because Ghost talking right now too, and that was a little layer.
Peace, and what's the purpose you teach? You curse him in his death while the hearse at the streets. That hypocrisy is loud. Every word is deceit.
Okay, yeah, he's talking about the people that's basically just doing what they're doing right now, which once again, sadly, we see this on every side when people feel strongly about something, and that's the part where I'm like, yo, humanity needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get too emotionally charged on things where we can't talk or actually have the dialogue. We all react in ways that continue the divisiveness instead of like actually talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody talks. Like, people just kind of get reactive and talks at people. And we all have that problem. And as soon as we kind of really look at ourselves and do all that, like, we all have that problem, then we can all figure it out together. Once again, humanity overall, not right over left and left over right and all that, because that's what we're battling right now too, over a man who died over something that he didn't deserve to die for. But it's crazy how this shit works.
That's somebody's son, father, or husband and friend. So don't disguise thoughts of prayers with the jab at the end. If you bend faith to mock, then that's a mask you pretend. You ain't righteous, you just rotten. Better ask where you stand. Christ warned us, they'll hate you.
But that's the part where, like, I would love to finally have a conversation with certain things, because like there's always these generalizations where we get real in these moments, and I'm like, I don't really fit in either category, but like I don't feel that way about things. I still believe in having a conscience for people and having just like, you know, care for life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, not because, you know, that's just really what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't righteous, you rotten. Like, I can still be righteous and stuff like that. Like, that's just one of those things, you know what I mean?
Fears with the jab at the end. If you bend faith to mock, then that's a mask you pretend. You ain't righteous, you just rotten. Better ask where you stand. Christ warned us, they'll hate you for my name's sake. The blood is on the ground, makes the prophecy shake. We in Revelation hour, can you watch how it breaks? Still my armor never rusts, every promise I take. I'm not Republican, I don't dance on Democratic polls. I'm a Christian on a mission when the gospel unfolds. Conservative in my values, cause the family's whole. In the culture that collapses when morality folds. Every bullet that you send only...
Because it's really about morality too, bro. Like, his approach, and I like that he's using his faith and his like Christian values as an approach. I don't mind that, you know what I'm saying? But I also will say that I feel like that causes a little riffraff in this whole thing. It's a part of this whole fold, because people that feel this way feel like people are attacking that as well too with the stance. So it's like that draws a division too. It's all a division, dog. Like, no matter where you stand, it's all this weird division, and people just got to be together, dog. But like, he's talking his shit right now too, and he said something else in here that I want to, oh yeah, here we go. And the culture that collapses when morality folds. Like, yeah, dog. Like, our whatever culture side, whatever view you have, the core part is that the morality is falling apart. Like, we're desensitized from what we just watched on that. We're desensitized from you know, black bodies getting killed online. Like, we're desensitized from all of it. And that's the shitty part about it. Like, it's on every angle. We're desensitized from kids in Gaza. We're desensitized from so many things, dog, where like we're not even looking at the morality of all these things, bro. And it's sad, because that's what's causing all this stuff, because we're so desensitized and we just get emotionally driven, dog. Like, that's my view on it, bro. It's sad.
When the gospel unfolds, conservative in my values, cause the family's whole. In the culture that collapses when morality folds. Every bullet that you send only strengthens the flock. Every leader that you mock turns cement to a rock. Every martyr that you crown puts a dent in your plot. Kingdom soldiers on the ground, we were meant for this walk. Hate us now, but the numbers only climbing in waves. Every grave that you dig bursts 1,000 more staves. You can slander his name, but the banner's engraved. We the body of Christ, not a man but a flame. They try to tarnish Charlie, but his legacy breathes. Seeds planted in the youth still developing leaves. See, a soldier never dies when his message is weaved. Through the cycles of the truth, still we wrestle with these. I get hated for the stances that I stand in.
It's crazy, because I like what he's talking. Like, I can agree with some of the points that he's getting at a lot, and I can disagree, and I still love the song. Like, that's the part that I'm getting at too. Like, I still love the song as far as like how he's talking and like his delivery on it, because it's all about articulate it and put the words together. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people may be like, oh, look at this nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shit, I did too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I did too. I'm like, look at this nigga, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's the emotional part, you know what I'm saying? And I can own that, you know what I mean? I can own that as a person, you know what I'm saying, who's truthful to just being like, you know, I have emotions, I have feelings, you know what I'm saying? But because my man's has a different opinion or a different stance, is never going to really, like, deflect me from the overall picture that we both see. Because once again, I see what he sees, you know what I'm saying? I see that he wants morality, he wants overall peace. The stances is just different, and that's all we trying to say. I can always I've had differences of opinions with people so long. We still friends, dog. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, this stuff don't divide me with people that I actually talk to and have a connection with, unless we're just so far apart. But I think from what he's saying and what I be saying and how I feel, like, it's the same to me. So this ain't a bad song. Like, once again, it's about how you put your message out there. And like he does a lot on his channel where he's talking, you know, I don't know if this is offensive, because I felt like talking the gospel might have came off weird, but like, you know, because I'm not familiar with the dialect, the language of describing things like that without feeling like I might be offensive. But he's always preaching the word on his channel, you know what I mean, in regards to just being together. You know what I'm saying? I watch him enough to know that, you know what I mean? So that's why I like that he took this stance and he took this approach. And that's why I kind of, even when I went and listened to Tom's joint, I had the approach come just like, it's the finger pointing. It's not about the morality as much for me, how I heard it. You know what I'm saying? How I'm listening to this, I ain't getting none of that out of it. You know what I mean? And people, and we still have an agree to disagree stance on certain things, but I still agree with a lot of his points. Like, once again, like I said with Stevie, you know what I'm saying, when I was doing his stuff, like, I'm 80-20 and it was like I 20% only agree. I'm like 80-20 on what he's saying and how he's articulating this shit right now, and that's in a good way. So
conservative.
It ain't because I talked to GOAT, or it ain't because he's my man's and somebody who I'm like, yo, I rock with you and shit. Like, it's genuine things. Like, if I ain't rock with it, I wouldn't rock with it. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna put that out there right now.
In my lens, I demand to amend. Not a slave to the culture, not a fan of pretend, but a man with a mission, got commands to the end. They label me a traitor cause I don't toe the line. Say I sell out my people, but they don't see the signs. If hard work's betrayal, then I'm fine with that crime. Christ carried the cross, that's alignment divine. Officer Tatum, he in the trenches spitting facts. Stephen Crowder, Candace Owens, and they swinging with an axe. Jordan Peterson with wisdom that the system attacks. Common thread, every one of them keep scripture intact. They believe in the grind, in the family first. In the land where the hand met that hammer would work. In the plan where the clan don't abandon the church. In the man that expands when the famine is worse. I'm reminded of Charlie, how he spoke with conviction, how he pushed for the vision, how he fought the division, how he knew that the mission was to sharpen all the Christians. Now his torch in our hands, so we march with precision. The media despises, but the spirit still lives. They dismiss with the twist, but the fear was persist. Call it hate speech quick, but it's really a gift. Truth hurts like a blade, every lyric is shift. We the body of believers, never bow to the mob. Every plot that they scheme only empowers the job. I stand on a rock, not the crowd or the clout. I am proud of their doubt, but I am loud when I shout. This is bigger than the party, it's bigger than left or right. It's about kingdom's army, it's of darkness and light. It's about raising up the family, it's about God and the...
And also the 80-20 is the message for me, you know what I'm saying? Because also, obviously, once again, there's certain parts and bits and pieces that I personally don't agree with, but his angle is the faith and the Christianity and everything else, which I ain't mad at. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at that part. You know what I'm saying? That's not the part that I'm never even discussing. You know what I mean? But like, I agree with the overall message, which is it's bigger than right and left. It's bigger than, you know what I mean, just us as just fighting against each other. It's bigger than division. It's morality. You know what I mean? It's everything. It's all of the stuff that he's mentioned that I agree. And it's 80% message. The message is important.
Fight and the flame won't fade. We gon' march through the night. My flesh feels rage. I wanna load and react. Wanna strike where they at. Wanna throw the attack. Still I fall to my knees. Ask the Lord for his hand. Father, save me from revenge and God the wrath of this man.
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. The most important thing is my faith.
Great work, Go. Great work on that. Great way to utilize your pen. As somebody who's a listener of music and listens to every word. What's this say? They lied to you about Charlie Kirk. He was not a racist, fascist, evil homophobe. He was a Christian, a husband, a father, a true American patriot who loved his country. He was a mentor to millions, including myself. So if I lose followers over this, then so be it. I'm standing with truth. Well, we can agree to disagree on a lot of things, but I can tell you one thing: you ain't losing a follower, you ain't losing somebody. Like, you ain't losing me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because I disagree with a take over the overall person, that doesn't make me just do no corny shit like that. So you good in my book, even if we agree to disagree on certain parts. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, overall message I'm fully standing with. You know what I mean? The message is important, and how you utilize your platform and how you voice, especially as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Especially as an artist is like very important, especially when you know you have people that listen to you. You have people that kind of follow you. You have people that you inspire. Like, all of that matters. And that's kind of always my grift or my gripe with Tom's song. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to get too much into Tom's songs, but I know that's kind of what got people, you know, upset and calling me the racist reactor and shit like that. And it's just kind of funny because just because you disagree with what I'm saying, we're doing the same thing that people are doing to Charlie with me just speaking how I'm speaking. But once again, that don't stop me from still saying we need to unify and be together, because that's always my overall message, no matter what people want to try to hear. That's just what it is. But I'm definitely rocking with his approach on this song. So I'm going to give this song for the message a 10. You know what I'm saying? The message is a pure 10. You know what I mean? Because that's what we need to listen to more importantly, is the message of morality, morals, you know what I'm saying? Moral fiber, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, being together and unifying, like, that's what we need to focus on. Like, that's the point. You know what I mean? That is definitely the overall point. And I like the middle ground that he took on it. He didn't blame, he didn't finger point, he didn't castrate one side and big up one. He didn't do any of that, and that's important. That is very important. Humanity is what's important, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Humanity is what's very important. That's just what it is. So, shout out GOAT, Manny. You know what I mean? Great song, great approach, man. We can agree to disagree and still rock with each other. And that's why, and you know, actually, before I even get out of here, I kind of hate that part of the message too, because we're both rejecting things. You know what I'm saying? When we go for he's doing it a little differently. If I lose followers over this, so be it. But like, it's still the whole, like, we shouldn't have to really go out there and say it, because shit, I done lost 20 followers in a matter of a day. You know what I'm saying? But like, if people is just going to not really rock with you because of, once again, a difference of opinion and call you whatever, then clearly people are missing the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Now, once again, we can always agree to disagree. The problem is that we're too moist about that. You know what I'm saying? We pick and choose when that is okay and when that's not, and that's whack. You know what I mean? That's super whack. But once again, shout out GOAT. Shout out to, you know, the video too, man. The video was good. Like, this is definitely a step up from the last couple of videos. I gotta say that. But that's what we're gonna leave it with that. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. Go subscribe to his channel. Check out his music. Check out his channel as well too. We out of here. Peace.